I want to introduce you to the Cranberry Effect. It's an exercise that I learned studying a cranberry. The whole idea is that when you're speaking, you can summarize things, but it doesn't give your audience the visceral sensation or the feelings you had in that moment. And this is really important for storytelling and getting your point across effectively. We want to share those moments and those details because that's what brings your story, your example, your presentation to life. So pick up an object that's in your surroundings. Maybe it's your cell phone or a pen, a glass of water. Pick that object up. Now I want you to observe what you see. Are there scratches on the surface, or is it pretty shiny and almost new? Are there colors and shading on that object? Is the object cold or warm to the touch? What other markings do you see on that object? Really look closely. Now I want you to take a deeper look and think about when you got this object. When did it come into your possession? Was there a special moment about that time? What were you experiencing that day? And think about that moment. The smells in the room, the temperature, what were you wearing? What happened in that moment? As you bring that experience to life in your mind and relive it, what about that moment made this object special or important to you? What does that moment make you feel? What was your emotion at that time? Now I want you to look even closer. How many times have you picked up that object or used it? What other moments can you tap into? Let your mind wander. Choose one of those other moments. How did that object impact your life at that time? What were you feeling now in that moment? Who may have been with you? Or where were you about to go? Or what were you about to do in this particular story? Did the object have a different temperature? Was it cooler that day or warmer? Is it different? Maybe another scratch or a thumbprint, or maybe a piece chipped off. Keep looking. What else do you see? What were those moments that object impacted your day. Observe that moment. Relive it in your mind. Reflect on the visceral surroundings. So at this point, you may have had 3, 4, or a few different experiences with that object. Set your timer now for 1 minute and talk about one of those moments in detail. Really get into those visceral sensations and moments that we just observed. In telling your story about this object, it's no longer just a pen or just a pair of sunglasses. It becomes a very important part of our journey, our story, our everyday lives. This is the Cranberry Effect, bringing life and detail into your moments so that your speeches, your presentations, and your communications have life. And this is where you connect with your audience. Continue to observe. Let your mind wander. What else do you see?